Hey everybody, happy Thursday. Thanks for being here with us on Northern Life today. Two things. Hunter the other day, our prompter was running. If your prompter's running, you want to go to catch it.
Yes.
Two things. Hunter is back.
Woo!
Happy to have you back.
Thank you very much.
Hunter,
I appreciate it.
Hunter the other day did a story for us in the morning, did the noon show. Sadly heard that meteorologist, Adam Lorich, chief meteorologist, he was sick. So Hunter did the morning shoot for us, the noon show, the 4 p.m., the 5 p.m., and the 6 p.m. So let's give it a round of applause.
Thank you very much.
Has it ever been done before?
And I don't know if it's ever been done before.
You missed the 10 p.m. too. I did the 10 p.m.
Yeah, and 10 p.m.
And the 10 p.m. It was the super gauntlet, because usually we call the gauntlet the 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I did the morning thing too, and it was... I lived. It was fun. It actually was kind of fun.
We forgot you weren't even here to celebrate National Weather Person's Day. So we got to give you a happy belated National Weather Person's Day.
Oh my gosh, you guys are sweet. I appreciate you guys covering for me too during that whole thing. So
no problem.
We lived. We're all good. Life is fun. We're back at a normal schedule. Very thankful to have Adam Lorich back here. So rock and roll. Yes, coming up on today's show, it's my read. I'm already out of practice. I'll be talking a little bit about my visit to Superior in the city's World of Accordion Museum. Plus, we'll talk about a few talented musical acts coming to town here. A ton of them always coming to all our fantastic facilities around the region.
Yeah, very exciting. And later, we're going to get a first look at the brand new movie in the Jurassic Park series. And we're going to meet an 80-year-old Wisconsin man who's making it possible for kids to enjoy outdoor hockey this winter. Very, very sweet story there. And
let's first get to a couple incredible online finds. Hey, McDonald's. It's that time of year. They're bringing back the popular Shamrock Shake, but it's different this time around. That's because they're marking a family reunion for the McDonald's characters between Grimace and Uncle O'Grimacy.
Oh, what? I've never heard of that Uncle O'Grimacy.
McDonald. Well, that's because we weren't even born at that time. McDonald's fans may know Uncle O'Grimacy, who hails from Ireland, from their advertisements that the company used way back in the 1970s and the 80s.
Oh, he's cute.
He is pretty cute. Yeah.
You know who would probably have a lot more knowledge about this is our king of Halloween, Mr. Matt Rasmussen, who collects all things old McDonald's world. So he would probably have an actual figure of Uncle O'Grimacy. O'Grimacy, is that what it was?
O'Grimacy.
O'Grimacy.
I think so. They look like they would be, if you meshed them together, Barney. You know, the purple and the green. Yeah, I mean, I knew they kind of looked familiar when I saw the pictures there. McDonald's has so many characters.
Yeah. They got some of the best.
Hamburglar. They don't utilize all of them enough because they have usually it's just Ronald McDonald. Nowadays they don't even have characters on their commercials. I don't think really. So they need to bring them all back and utilize them all.
And I've been in the chat with some of the McDonald's operators in town, and so hopefully we can get some Shamrock Shakes on the show here and talk about the good mission that they're on this year.
Yes.
Well, hey, next find. Louis Vuitton's latest creation is making waves in the fashion world. The luxury house has unveiled a lobster-shaped bag during Paris Fashion Week as part of its fall-winter 2025 collection. It's actually a collaboration between menswear creative director Pharrell Williams and a renowned Japanese streetwear designer. Now, guys, do you care to make a guess as to what the price of this lobster-shaped Louis Vuitton handbag is?
I don't want to know.
I know.
Honestly.
Just throw out a number.
I'm gonna go $1,000.
$1,000? Okay.
I'll go $45,000.
45?
I don't know. I have no idea.
It's almost between. It's 18 of Briggs's guesses. $18,000 for that lobster-shaped handbag.
If Hunter would have guessed 18, I still would have said, "Oh my God, that's too high. That's crazy."
Hey, not a good deal, you don't think?
I don't know. I mean, it's a luxury bag, probably made of fine leather, you know, the Louis Vuitton. But why? Like, what is the lobster?
You probably can't get it wet, I would assume, like a normal lobster.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Can't boil it.
No, that would be very bad for an $18,000 bag.
Yes. Even if you had $1 billion in your bank account, would you buy that bag?
Oh, for sure.
Would you?
Yeah. I'd say, here's my pet lobster. That'd be so cool.
Around all day.
Get a piece of gum out of your lobster bag. I don't know what people keep in their bags, but that's pretty cool.
It is kind of cute, though. I kind of liked the little,
it's not a bad design.
No.
18 grand's a lot of money.
It is.
Well, Crayola is bringing back 8 retired crayon colors in a limited edition collection. It's the first time in the company's 122-year history that they've done this, so it's pretty cool. The returning colors are Dandelion, Blizzard Blue, we got Magic Mint, Mulberry, Orange Red, Violet Blue, Lemon Yellow, and Raw Umber. Which I don't know what
raw umber.
What's an umber?
I don't know.
Bah humbug.
Yeah. For some of these colors, it's going to be the first time that they've ever been in stores in 35 years. They hit store shelves this spring, and then they're going to be available throughout the year 2025. 25. So I remember, just searching for the exact right
35
color
years
in my
ago?
crayon box. No, not these old colors, but when I was back in middle school, or like elementary school, and you needed crayons on your list. It was so fun, and to get like the big pack
64?
with a sharpener on the back.
Was there anybody cooler than the
flex.
person who had that 64 pack of whatever?
No.
You were the coolest.
God.
If you had the sharpener on it too, you were the coolest kid around
That
town.
was the best thing ever.
Yeah, those things got a lot of different colors in that sharpener. And that sharpener ended up getting a little disgusting.
It was pretty gross.
Yeah. Well, hey, quickly, just like us, we're all different colors in the Crayola crayon box.
Sure.
I was speaking with the coworkers upstairs, and we're actually talking about what do you think made you the person you are today, or maybe what event or moment shaped you into the human being you are right now.
Wow,
That's good
tough.
I know. I almost feel like a doctor on the show today.
Yeah.
You want to
Go ahead, Hunter.
come to you?
I was just going to say, mostly it would be my parents. Probably my parents and just the circumstances of where I live around here. The region and my parents, I think, probably shaped me into who I am the most. There's probably certain events and things that happen along the way, but overall, I think it's mostly my parents for the most part.
I can think of one event, and it was probably because I transferred colleges at one point. I started off at St. Ben's, which was a lovely school, but then I realized that they didn't really have the major that I ended up pursuing, which was, communications and journalism. So I transferred schools, went to St. Thomas to get my degree, and, that just ball rolling from there, changed really the outcome of my life. And of course, every little thing does, but I think that was a big one for me.
I got one person to thank for where I'm at today. Uncle O. Grimace. Big thanks to you, Uncle O.
Cheers to O. Grimace.
No, the theater and choir and all that in school, I think, really shaped me who I am today. Coming up after the break, a lot of big talent coming to the Twin Ports. You're going to want to stick around for it when we come back.
Welcome back, everybody. This week, The Amazing Race announced the 14 new teams who are set to embark on the journey of a lifetime on the show's 37th race around the world. The season of surprises, as they're calling it, that's exciting, features the largest cast ever in the history of the race, including teams of dating nurses, retired firefighters, married parents of 8 sons, and a father and son lumberjack team, too. Yeah, some very interesting groups. The new season kicks off on March 5th on CBS on Northern News Now. I have 2 reality shows that I would ever want to compete in. One, of course, being Survivor. Second, Amazing Race.
Wow.
I would love to do Amazing Race.
You and Matt, or maybe in the future, you and Wells.
Oh, yeah.
How fun would that be?
I know. Wells still has to prove himself, see if he'd be a good travel partner.
But in like 18 years, you're going to be older and slower. So maybe you guys will match each other a little bit. I don't know. That's just a natural aging process.
Oh, sure.
It's true. It's true.
We all will be older and slower.
No kidding. Yeah, we've watched Amazing Race ever since I was young, and it's so cool. On both Amazing Race and Survivor, you still have the same host.
Yeah.
After all these years, we got Jeff Probst coming up on 50 seasons, and Phil Keegan. Phil Keegan?
Kogan?
Really?
Yeah, Phil's been hosting The Amazing Race for all 37 or whatever I just said seasons. It's crazy.
They make the show. Sometimes those hosts definitely make the show a lot better.
Yeah.
Jeff Probst being one of those people.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
But when those guys are ready to retire, I'm right
Whoa.
here, CBS.
Do it,
I'm right
Prince.
here.
Give
That'd
her
be
a
pretty
call.
fun.
Do it.
Give her a call. Well, hey, get ready to rock and roll with The Amazing Race coming up next month. But also, get ready to rock with ZZ Top, who's coming to Black Bear Casino Resort on June 13th. The legendary beers. You got the bluesy riffs, the unmistakable sound. They'll be live in Carlton, Minnesota this summer. Tickets go on sale actually tomorrow at 10 a.m., so get your alarm on your phone going. And Briggs, it came to our understanding yesterday that you don't really know who ZZ Top is.
I don't. I know. I've heard of ZZ Top. I'm not like I don't live under a rock. Yeah.
Do you know of the beards? Like they're famous for the beards?
No, if you would have asked me like what about ZZ Top, I couldn't have named you a song or anything about that.
Because I think we showed the photo yesterday,
Yeah.
and then you said, "Who are those people?"
Correct.
Okay.
I did say that. Yes.
It's going to bode well for ticket sales.
But since have learned about them. Yeah, and they are talented. I do know some of their songs. I just wouldn't have been able to tell you that's ZZ Top.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not good about that. Same with actors too, But that's a great show at Black Bear.
Yeah, you hear the name and you got to connect the image.
Yeah, it's one of those bands that you hear a few other songs like, oh, they do that one, You know a ton of their songs.
Totally.
Hey, and as for tonight, multi-platinum country star Parker McCollum rocking out at Amsoil Arena tonight. Parker, a former Country Music Award Best New Artist of the Year nominee, even taking home an ACM Award for the Best New Artist in 2022. Should be a good night. I'm actually a big fan of Cameron Marlowe, who's opening for Parker McCollum tonight.
I think about going, perhaps?
I might have to think about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I couldn't name a Parker McCollum song either. I mean, I've heard that he's pretty good, though, isn't he?
He's got a couple, like you said, he's got a couple of those songs you hear it on the radio, you go, oh, that's Parker McCollum.
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
Just like ZZ Top.
Yeah, there we go.
Hunter, speaking of music, you were over at the Accordion Museum in Superior. How was that the other day?
I've driven by this place so many times, and I've always wanted to go inside. And it was amazing. My gosh. Helmy is the one.
Wow.
She runs everything in there. She owns all the accordion equipment. And there's over 2,000 accordions in that facility. It was so cool.
2,000?
And just when you think that it's over, you go in another room and there's a whole nother bunch of accordions, a whole nother bunch of musical instruments. There's a concert hall that's similar to like a church setup.
It looks beautiful.
It is so beautiful inside, and just a ton of accordions. You know, I'm kind of a bigger dude. I'm trying to walk in between these hallways of just filled with accordions, not knocking anything over. And I would go again in a heartbeat. And coincidentally, when I was walking around, I saw a piece of sheet music that was my favorite Billy Joel song.
Really?
And so they're working on a Billy Joel show with a couple of Billy Joel shows coming up.
Playing on the accordion.
Playing on the accordion. So I'm going to have to go see that, I think, sometime in the near future.
Did you get to try an accordion?
I didn't get to actually try, but I got to see Helmy play, and she just ripped it on that thing. It was amazing.
Man, have you ever played one?
I've tried to play, and it's because it's similar to piano, but you have the bass notes that I still haven't quite figured out yet. On the other hand, so I would need some more time, or probably Helmy's instruction on how to actually play one. It looks super cool.
Yeah, expect that future story to come up in a few weeks here on Northern Life. And you can also expect this in a couple months. We got dinosaurs appearing on the big screen this summer. Jurassic World Rebirth opening July 2nd. We got your trailer right here.
These dinosaurs were too dangerous for the original park. Please don't say they're raptors. They're raptors. The worst of the worst were left here.
In that film, Scarlett Johansson's character gets stranded on an island while she's trying to secure genetic material from those dinosaurs. However, the island holds a decades-old secret about humanity.
So just double checking, it's in the same vein as the Jurassic Park, all that sort of stuff, right? Like, is what's his face going to be in that movie? Who's Jeff Goldblum?
I'm not sure.
Newman from Seinfeld.
That's
I actually watched that first Jurassic Park movie not too long ago, and it's fantastic.
I remember that just scaring me as a kid, like watching it when I was 7 or 8 years old and just being terrified. I'm sure if I watch it back now, it wouldn't be as scary, but they're good movies, aren't they, for the most part?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I've actually never seen them. I'm so cultured. I'm so cultured.
ZZ Top of movies.
But when I did go, they're shot in Hawaii, though, right? I believe. Or something like that, or based in Hawaii. I don't know.
That's one of our mid-break Google searches.
Yeah, there you go. But when I was in Hawaii, it did look like a scene. We went to a restaurant that looked like a scene from Jurassic Park. It was really cool. Yeah.
It's coming up this summer. Hey, coming up after the break, we're going to meet a Wisconsin volunteer who's making winter shine for players out there.
In Madison, Wisconsin, the ice is staying frozen as hearts stay warm thanks to one volunteer who proves that age is just a number.
Phoebe Murray with our affiliate introduces us to the man and his helping hands.
Few things in Wisconsin say winter like skating on outdoor ice. From Madison's east side, neighbors get to share a slice of pond hockey paradise under the lights. But as skating wraps for the evening, that's when volunteers say the real fun begins.
I circled the Midwestern map to try to find a place like this. This is it, right here.
Meet 80-year-old David Schroeder, a Madison man who knows his way around an ice rink. His title? Ice Maker Number 1. A job, Schroeder said, started as a quid pro quo.
We got together and they said, yeah, you can skate with us, but you gotta help maintain the ice. They probably didn't say it quite that dramatically, but but I got the picture, and that was 10 years ago.
On any given day, you can find this ice maker tending to the rink at Old Brick Park, making sure conditions are just right for lacing up.
We don't want to have skaters have to cope with rough spots on the ice.
A man whose passion for the sport,
it's people that have the same flavor and the same feeling for what pond hockey is
as enduring as the ice beneath his feet.
The sound is good.
Old Brick is one of a handful of outdoor rinks made possible by the Adopt Ice Partnership through Madison parks, a program run by dedicated volunteers who agree to build the ice, maintain it, and remove snow as needed.
And then all of a sudden you have this magic rink that people can play on.
An undertaking Madison Ice Captain Pat Blair holds with great pride.
I learned to play on the pond, so this is sort of like my passion, really playing outside on the pond, and with the pond hockey group is, to me, it's like it's the real essence of hockey. That's really the true joy space for me.
A labor-intensive art form Blair says wouldn't be possible without her all-star lineup.
I kind of coined David like the gem of our volunteer group. All these years, he's dependable, he's caring, he's a huge addition to our group.
If we were doing this now with this wind like this, we'd be toast.
The rink you see now, Schroeder helped to handcraft from 275 layers of ice.
We've never done that many layers before, I don't think.
A place where the colder the temps, the better the play.
I'll say, yeah, and they'll go, oh, it's so cold. I'm like, that's when we play. You know, it's like 10 degrees, and they're like, oh, it's so cold. I'm like, yes, that's when we play. Otherwise, you don't have good ice.
A hidden gem of winter on two fronts with a team that excites over excellent ice.
It's like a kid in a candy store.
In Madison.
How cool.
Phoebe Murray, WMTV 15 News.
Good on that gentleman for providing such fun to the kids out there.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And so did they say 275 layers of ice? Does that mean that he's going out there 275 separate times and putting water on there and letting it refreeze?
I suppose.
assume so.
Yeah.
That is dedication,
It takes
and that
a
looks
lot of
really
work.
good. Yeah, oh my gosh.
Crazy.
My grandfather used to work for, big round of applause to him. My grandfather used to work for the Parks Department for St. Louis Park. And you could just tell how much like people care about providing such great spaces to their communities. Kind of like what he's doing. Yeah. I've never been out and played pond hockey, so that might be a future show.
Yeah, there we go. Or we could try to ice the rink ourselves and see what happens.
Yeah. You know how cool it'd be to drive a Zamboni? Oh, that'd be the coolest thing
really
ever.
Cool. We'll have to figure that out.
We have the power. We can do this. We can make this happen.
Just got to make a couple calls.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's getting cold enough out there this winter, fortunately, for the folks who actually want to get out and enjoy and play some hockey out there.
Especially next week. It's going to be nice and cool out there, freezing all those waters out there. So get out there and play some hockey.
That's our national weather person right there. We'll talk about tomorrow's Super Bowl show when we come back.
Well, when we see you again tomorrow here on Northern Life, we're going to get you ready for the Super Bowl Sunday coming up this weekend. We're going to be talking about some of the best food people are preparing. We'll make our own predictions, of course, and chat with one of our Northern News Now coworkers who wants to see the Eagles take home the Lombardi Trophy. If you polled everyone in this station, I think she would be the only one that wants the Eagles to take home the Lombardi Trophy. Is that probably true? I mean, right?
I kind of want the Eagles to win.
You do?
Yeah, I do, because I don't
Great.
want to see the Chiefs win again. That's boring. It's boring to me.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but our friend here at the station, she's actually going to Philadelphia to watch the game.
And she's
because
from
she's
the
that
area.
big of a fan. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's very excited. I can't wait to hear about that.
That's going to be a fun show tomorrow. But before we go today, we saw some snow recently, thanks to Hunter. And our viewer, viewer Tracy sent us these photos telling us her dog was saying, Hunter said snow. No, let me sleep on it.
Look at those big eyes. Oh, I'm sorry, puppy.
Yeah, little tiny dogs out there, maybe they're not a fan of all the big snow.
Yeah,
How are
when
they
you got
gonna
little
operate?
legs, that's
I
tough.
should have thought about that before I turned on the snow machine.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Well, we saw the snow in Japan on our other show, and that was 4 feet in a 12-hour span. So, fortunately, you don't have that out there,
That's
Tracy.
true.
Yeah,
Yep.
Shoot.
yeah. Don't get lost in the snow. Well, thanks for joining us today. We love you.
We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Thursday.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.